Hey guys, welcome back to Life is Strange Before the Storm. I know it's been a really long time, and I want to apologize because the last time I touched this game I think was back in April, and one thing led to another, and I got sidetracked with other games, other projects, other things going on in my life, and before I knew it, literal months had passed. So now I really want to go back to this game because I really love it, and I'm sure some of my followers who have been watching previous episodes also really want to watch me finish this game. So before we dive into episode 3, Hell is Empty, a short recap of sorts is that in the last episode, Rachel and Chloe have made their feelings apparent to each other. They kind of confessed that they like each other. And over dinner, Rachel confronted her father and found out that the woman in white is actually Rachel's birth mother. And so whether that character is still a supernatural force, we still don't know, but now we know who she is rather than what. Alright, let's dive right back in. It's been so long since I touched this game,
Previously on Life is Strange Before the Storm.
but I
felt like my
remember it
dad's
very
been lying
clearly.
about something for a while. I didn't know what it was.
There is plenty of blame to go around.
What does that mean?
You forced my hand. This is a consequence of your actions, Chloe.
We both agree that the best thing for everyone at this stage is for me to move in.
In a million years, I never thought you'd choose David over me.
Hey!
Blackwell's done with me. I can't go home anymore. Is this junkyard all I've got left?
Drew runs Oxy for Damon. Go to Drew's room, find the money, and I'll meet you to pick it up.
Whatever you do, don't open the door.
Oh, I want my fucking money!
Juliet is waylaid. That infernal Inferno is the culprit, closing down the roads and robbing us of our Ariel.
No fucking chance.
I swear to thee, we shall fly beyond this isle. The corners of the world are mere prologue. What sayest thou to my most hopeful wish?
Yes.
Let's leave. For real.
If you don't mean this, it's just making me feel like shit that this life you're describing isn't going to happen.
What would it take to convince you? Why can't you just tell me the fucking truth?
Rachel, that woman you saw, that wasn't my mistress. That was your mother.
Dun dun dun. And now we pick up right after that huge truth bomb.
I want to tell you all of it. But are you sure that Chloe should be here for...
Chloe stays.
Oh.
Of course.
Alright, they're
In
very
every way that
transparent about
matters.
it.
Rose is my wife, and your mother. But the woman you saw at the Overlook, her name is Sarah. Your birth mother. I'm going to tell you everything, Rachel. Everything I've shielded you from for so long. But the truth can be hard to look at. Is this really something you're ready for?
I mean, one way or another, you're gonna have to tell. That's something that you don't really keep away from your daughter, and that's really, really heavy.
Chloe. I'm right here. Good. I need you.
Alright, I guess we're gonna have to look at this viewfinder together. Man. nothing to look at other than them.
When I was in high school, there was one person everyone adored. Her teachers, her friends.
Oh God.
Sarah was everyone's favorite. Every boy wanted to date her. I could barely believe it when she picked me. Sometimes, I think that's what kept me blind for so long.
This is really interesting because I think in the previous game, the original game, there was a sequence kind of like this where a character was kind of like going through key moments in the past. But in the first game, your character Max was actually like walking through like this like very... Well, like in this game, you're kind of like looking at it through a viewfinder, but in the other game, you were kind of like walking through this like dark place, kind of like viewing one moment from the next. And like every new area that you explored, there was like a spotlight that would illuminate it. And so I think this might be a callback to that.
She was so alive, so passionate about everything. Early on, though, I realized I wasn't enough for her. While the rest of us were pursuing college, careers, families, Sarah wasn't looking for any of that. She was looking for escape.
Uh-oh. But she still married her and had a child.
When Sarah became pregnant, I thought it would solve everything. And it did.
Or maybe not marry. Maybe they just had a child
For a
first.
little while. Becoming your father was the greatest moment of my life. There was so much love, but I was still blind.
Okay, Descent.
However much she loved you then, it wasn't enough. For Sarah, the need to escape was always there.
Drugs. Okay.
For over a year, I tried to help her. I made myself believe that she was still a good person. That no matter what happened, she would never do anything to hurt you.
Kind of makes me think, did she use drugs while she was pregnant with Rachel?
I was wrong. Eventually, I saw her for who she really was. A destructive person. Someone who could never be satisfied. Anyone could want anything. Even the life of her own daughter. I was desperate. I didn't know what to do. So I made a choice. I was never going to let her harm you again.
Reunion. Oh boy, the infamous kiss scene.
What you saw at the Overlook, Rachel, it was true. We kissed. It was the saddest kiss of my life. It was a kiss goodbye. I told her that I was happy for her. That she felt like she'd gotten her life together. Finally. But she didn't get to just decide one day to be a mother. Not after what she'd done. But after all the people she hurt, all the lives she destroyed, I told her she'd been given the greatest gift in the world. The chance to be your mother. And she squandered it. It pained me to hurt her like that. But I'd do it again, and again, and again, to keep you safe.
Man, that really takes guts from him. Like, up until this point, I thought he was just an asshole, but, like, he really loves Rachel. And
So
the fact that he would do that to
the
his
first time you've seen her or spoken with her
his
in
childhood
15
love.
years?
No. I send her money. Every single month. It's our arrangement.
But now she wants to see me?
Yes. But Rachel, it cannot be.
I get where he's coming from. Like, someone who would rather overdose than to look after her own child, like, that's a very serious offense, you know? So, but we're not going to choose D, who says it's your decision. Let's just try to ask and keep the peace.
Why not? If that's what Rachel wants.
Drug addiction is a disease. It afflicts everyone, not just the addict. I will not allow you to be victimized by her disease again.
Even if that's true, Rachel could still meet her.
And maybe the fact that she wants to see me means she's gotten better.
Maybe so. But consider that for 15 years, she's preferred that money to you.
Rachel.
That
I think I need to lie down.
sucks. Like, I see where he's coming from. To see that addiction from the start all the way through childbirth, like, I can't blame him. Like, he made a hard decision, something that really obviously hurts him, but he did it out of the love for his own daughter, and he wanted her to be safe. And the fact that he set aside his love for his childhood love
I can't leave
in order
Rachel
for
to deal
Rachel
with this
to have
alone.
a better life, like, that takes a lot of guts, really. So my respect for him kind of shot up just now. Like, it doesn't excuse his behavior in certain previous scenes, but I do understand him a lot more now, and that's just what life is. Sometimes you just need to understand and talk to other people to see where they're coming from. What are their past stresses, their trials, their sins, their mistakes, their regrets, a lot of things.
Whoa. Sarah Gearhart is a known associate of that psycho who attacked Drew? Then again, so is Frank. I hope tonight hasn't messed up Rachel's memories of family trips like this. The Tempest show feels so far away now.
Yeah, that was literally just this past night. Like, no time has passed, really. This is all in the
so
same night.
painful to look at.
How to clear browser history, right?
This seems like a James and Rose bookshelf. I can't imagine Sarah here instead. Hard to argue that Rachel would have had a better life with Sarah. But does that make what James did right?
That's a very good question.
can't believe I was feeling goofy enough to draw that just a few hours ago.
Yeah, she did that. In her own house, in their own house, nonetheless.
I can't even imagine how she must be feeling. Hey, Mrs. Amber.
I think it's Rose at this point, considering everything.
Okay, Rose. Sorry that tonight turned out so differently.
That's all right. I'm really quite glad that you're here.
Thanks. But why?
While Rachel's dealing with all of this, it's a relief to know she can talk to you. How are you doing, Chloe?
That's really nice of her.
How am I doing?
Your generation loves to talk about how awkward different things are. Well, this must be pretty awkward, I'd imagine.
It's fine. Rachel's the one who's really upset.
She has every reason to be. There are many painful things about Rachel's past, including my own role in hiding the truth.
Well, sometimes people do need time to recuperate. And I imagine that Sarah maybe wanted to come back and see Rachel. But in order to do that, she needed to get better first, and so she chose money. But now she's actually trying to see Rachel, so... I really don't know what to choose right now, because both of these are pretty solid answers. Sarah chose money. Let's do it.
Sarah shouldn't have taken money over seeing her daughter.
You know, I am so thankful to her that she did. It gave me the opportunity to be Rachel's mother. I never knew how much I could love someone until I had Rachel.
But hearing the truth after all these years hurt Rachel more than anything.
I'm not happy with James for the whole way this came out.
You're not happy with James? What about what he did at the Overlook?
It might be hard for you to understand, but after 13 years of marriage, I'm not threatened by what happened.
You're right. I don't understand.
You don't have to worry about me or James. Rachel's the one who needs you right now.
Do you think Sarah is dangerous?
I've never met her, so I don't know. But I'm inclined to trust my husband. His entire life is about keeping people safe. Rachel's extremely fortunate to have him as her father.
Thanks.
Thank you, Chloe.
Man.
It's so weird to look at this now.
It's a happy family. Yeah, but what... But, oh, right, this is the broken table.
Holy shit. Rachel completely destroyed that table.
Yeah, but what Mrs. Amber said about marriage, like, that is something true. Like, the younger generation, when they view marriage, it's totally different from the generation that came before them. And as wise and as smart Rachel and Chloe might be, you know, they're young, they're innovative, they have new radical ideas about the future and the present, but like, they are still children. They're very immature and naive in other ways, and so when Mrs. Amber said that she wasn't threatened by this one woman, I think it just means that after 13 years of loving James and James loving her back, Like, she had complete faith that that was not a kiss that would lead him away from their marriage, but like he said, a kiss goodbye.
Wonder what James is thinking right now. This must be hard for you too, Master Amber.
It could be far worse. My biggest fear is that Rachel will try to meet Sarah. I've dreaded it.
So that's why you never told her?
You have no idea what pain Sarah's caused. Her addiction has led her to do terrible things. I don't want Rachel to go through anything.
That's also true. We only saw portraits of what happened in the past. Like, there's so many more things that we don't know about.
I don't understand. Are you afraid that Sarah would do something to Rachel?
I don't think she would deliberately harm anyone. But addicts can cause tremendous harm without meaning to.
Yeah. But Rachel's not a baby anymore.
Listen to me. Sarah brought criminals and drug dealers into our home.
That's pretty
She
serious.
put Rachel in serious danger just to chase her habit.
Do you think Sarah is involved with any of the drug dealers around here?
It wouldn't surprise me if she were. That's who she is. Chloe, I believe Rachel trusts you more than anyone else right now.
Is this where you ask me to manipulate Rachel into doing what you want?
This is where I ask you to do as your conscience dictates. But please, put my daughter's safety first.
I just took a screenshot because that line was wow. That was amazing. I trust you to follow your conscience, but please think of my daughter's safety first. Whew, that was some really good writing right there. I will.
That is something I will always do.
She's so young. You are too. But I know you've experienced loss. Protect her from that. Please.
I'll do what I can. I care about her too, you know?
I know. Thank you.
Wow. Oh my god, this is amazing. And like everyone's speaking so quietly that you can barely hear them. It's just amazing. Do-si-do. Major kudos to Deck 9. They're doing such an amazing job with this game.
Rachel?
Hell is empty. That's also a really good shot right there.
I need some way to show Rachel that I'm here for her.
There's a lot of things we could do.
Rachel has so many inspirations, she can barely keep them all contained.
Theater, road trips, acting, exploring, hiking. The beauty of youth.
The yin and badass yang of Rachel Amber.
Above all, remember, you are loved. Before all else, be armed, Machiavelli. And this is her
We
duffel
were so
bag.
close to making our break last night. Now, I don't know. Is there a section on how to walk fours through batshit crazy family drama? No?
No.
May you always be safe. Sure. But from who?
It's a first aid kit. Chloe, I'm leaving the door unlocked in case you don't have your key. Please come home. Doesn't matter that it's after curfew. Mom, I can't right now. Please. Group message. Oh, wow. Okay. Rachel and Chloe, where are you guys? We're at the Tempest cast party. I already texted Rachel like 8 times. Hey, I don't think we're making it. Chloe, you should come. Yeah, Chloe, you did awesome, babe. Oh, hey, it's Brooke. Hey, Chloe, great job tonight. Thanks, I can't. But you were amazing. I'll even admit that Mr. Keaton seemed a little disappointed when I arrived. Seriously, just come. Bring Rachel. Sorry, guys. Ah, what a bummer. Sarah. What can you say about a woman so mysterious her own daughter never heard of her until now? From what James told us, Sarah is a drug addict who got herself mixed up in all sorts of crazy shit. And by drugs I mean OD and end up dead in an alleyway drugs, not smoke a bowl and watch anime. Anime, that's funny. When Rachel was a baby, Sarah would get high when she was supposed to be looking after her. Things got so fucked up that James finally had to take Rachel away. The funny thing is, even as James talked about all the horrible things Sarah had done, he still seemed, I don't know, fixated, I guess. You could see the power she had over him. Actually, when he was talking about how beloved and magnetic Sarah used to be, I couldn't help think of Rachel. I wonder if James sees that too. Maybe it's what makes him so afraid of her. Anyway, now Sarah is in Arcadia Bay looking to meet Rachel. After years of taking James's money to stay away, suddenly she wants a relationship with her daughter. James seemed skeptical, and Rachel, I can't even imagine what Rachel must be going through. No, like, this one line about, like, how beloved and magnetic Sarah used to be, I think that's actually a really good point, because James fully admits that he was so blinded by the power that Sarah held over him, one way or another, that it was because of how, like how powerful her presence was to him that he couldn't see her for who she really was until it was like almost too late. And so I think James admits that, like, he sees that as definitely a weakness of his own, and because of that he's trying so hard to not find himself in a situation where she can influence him again like that. Alright, this is the most recent journal entry. Max, I used to think the strangest thing about the Embers was how normal they were. They seemed like a bad 90s sitcom family, and I did my best to play the part of the wacky yet lovable best friend. Yes, I did tag a newspaper picture of James on the fridge, but only because his face looked so stupid. The goal was to get in and out of there without causing a scene, so we could make our escape. About that, turns out Rachel couldn't sit back and let her cheating father act all high and mighty. I tried to distract her and remind her of our goal. It almost worked. Then Rachel snapped. I guess she just can't stand the lying anymore. She told her mom about James making out with that woman. Everyone started yelling, and the next thing I knew, Rachel was going full destruction on the table. That's when the truth finally came out. Rachel's mom does not equal her mom. Rachel's real mom, make-out woman. Mind blown. Chloe, the wacky yet lovable. Alright, so we have a flashlight. That makes me think that we might try to invite Rachel to go outside, maybe take a walk.
This light needs more light.
So we turn off the desk lamp.
Wonder what I could find around here to brighten up that nightlight. Rachel even knows how to make a dinky lamp look cool.
Oh, I guess not.
Rachel's surrounded by so much love, yet she seems so... alone.
To our wonderful daughter on the night of her first show, break a leg. We love you, Mom and Dad. I wish I had that.
Makes sense that Rachel needs 2 signs to contain her awesomeness. I shall call her Lion Crab from now on.
Strengths: creative, passionate, loving, devoted, and diplomatic. Weaknesses: self-centered. Very much so. Volatile, possessive, dramatic. Yeah, that's her all right. So we're looking for something to increase the light. Could it be something in here?
I could get grades like this. I just don't want to.
That is actually true though. Like I think earlier in the game, I think Chloe got a pretty good test score or something, and her teacher was like very surprised, and the teacher was like saying like you could do this for all of your assignments or all of your grades or something like that. But yeah, straight A's. Perfect attendance, the light of Dionysus brightly shone, an absolute star pupil, indefatigable of mind and spirit, unfailingly insightful and dedicated, excellence personified. Whew. Planner.
Rachel's always made being an A student seem so... easy. Almost sad to see all this... effort.
I mean, there are some people who are just naturally gifted and other people who really work hard for it.
Rachel's really into stars. I wonder if it's her way of feeling connected. Even you, Willie, couldn't come up with the tragedy Rachel's going through.
Sure.
Hard to believe the show was only a few hours ago. Seems like everything has changed since then.
Save at least one, yeah.
At least she'll have something from tonight. I think Rachel could use another subject. But which one?
Anatomy or herbology? The human body or weed? Let's go with weed, because that's dank.
That's the one.
Page 420, Puff Puff. I didn't get to see.
There's an essay I might actually read.
Verse pass.
Or,
500
write.
words. Probably if we wrote down anatomy, it might be like something kind of like lewd. I don't know.
I know something Miss Arcadia doesn't. Weird.
Dear Miss Arcadia, what's the real deal with that fire north of town, and when's it going to come down here and incinerate us in its fiery hug of death, asking for a friend? Bros before bronies. Oh god. First, no. Didn't start the fire, start the day after Firewalk was here? Didn't the fire start the day after Firewalk was here? This is a strange one, friends. ABFT sources say they've never seen anything like it. No idea where it came from, and no idea why it's lasted this long. Total mystery. Time to put on your tinfoil hats and start speculating. There's a dragon with matches that's loose on the town. Prescott's, like 50% serious. Why only 50? Prescott's are shady as shit. You'd really put them past them? You'd really put this past them? They probably had some incriminating evidence to burn, or better yet, bodies, not to mention the chemtrails they drop all over town. Highly flammable. Occam's razor, people. Just some people getting high in the woods. As for the weirdness, this town is weird. What else is new? But why male models? We are built on an Indian burial ground, are we not? Native people's burial ground, and no, we're not. Burn! Get it? Legalize Oregon movement, how to get involved. Blackwell tuition spike? It's coming. Okay. See what the other people in town are thinking about all the fires.
I bet Rachel would rather be anywhere but here. Maybe I can make the world a less scary place.
Let's go with something
Back on
that
the train, I said...
Chloe said. Let me know if you need an accomplice. That's pretty fitting. On a map of the US.
I've heard that Rachel and Nathan hang out sometimes, but it still seems hard to believe.
Man, how could he go from this to like how he is in the first game? Ugh. Okay, I still don't know how to like... Oh, flashlight. We'll like shine it through. Oh, I guess we're putting the batteries in. I don't know. Oh, I see.
All ready for Rachel's light show. Better get her attention first.
Oh.
I can't imagine what Rachel is thinking right now. I want her to tell me when she's ready.
Should probably show her the stars first.
Hey, check it out.
It's beautiful.
I thought you might like it.
I've always loved stars.
Why?
You remind us there's so much beauty out there, which we almost never see.
Because we're blinded by what's in front of us.
Exactly. But then I learned the truth. The stars we're seeing have already been dead for millions of years.
That's true.
They're all lies.
Nope,
But
still
that
beautiful.
doesn't make them any less beautiful, right?
I don't know. If they're not even real, then what's the point? It's all lies. Everything. My entire life. My dad. My mom. if I can even call her that anymore. And that other woman, my real mom, she's the biggest lie of all. I can't trust any of them. I think you're the only one in the world I can trust.
I'll take it. Even if it's only by process of elimination.
Good. I wore this bracelet my entire life. I never even asked why. Never even thought about it. Somehow, I think I always knew. Even when I didn't know. That my real mother was gone.
Oh man, life is strange. Coming back with the hard-hitting stories and emotional roller coasters. That's what they do best. They really know how to focus in on conflict and drama. And this is something that Night in the Woods did too, and Night in the Woods is a game that I recently finished playing, but just like Life is Strange, it will also have moments where you can kind of just like sit back and watch the world just unfold around you, even if it's just for a little bit. And Life is Strange did that first, in my experience, just from playing those two games, but that's really nice.
The fact that she's here right now, that she came here for me, I think I need to see her. Is that wrong?
Well, for someone who's been lied to her entire life, those lies were not malicious. They were not meant to harm her, but they harmed her nonetheless. I feel like it's not wrong of her to try to get some truth, you know, to see where she really stands in all of this. So no, I don't think that's strange or wrong.
But it might be tough to track her down.
Yeah, that's true. Luckily, I've got my secret weapon. But what if we can't find her? It's not like I can ask my dad. I have no idea where to start.
I do. We can ask Frank, for one.
Let me handle it.
Really?
Really.
Mysterious. I like it. Of course, even if we know where she is, we need a way to get to her. I can't just ask my parents for a ride.
It's like that scene from the movie Holes, or the book, where Kiss and Kate Barlow, I think that's her name, and Sam, which is her love interest, how there's like that scene in the movie where she keeps on asking Sam for something, and then he simply replies, "I can fix that." In this case, it's "I think I can handle that," but I've got that one too. We have a car in the junkyard.
I've got that one covered too.
You do?
Yep. In fact, anything you could come up with, I'll handle it. It's just like I told that biker dude at the mill, who was a lot scarier than this mom of yours could ever be. There could be flamethrowers, an army of robot ninjas, and a motherfucking dragon on a leash between you and her. And I would still find a way to get you there.
That's pretty...
Chloe fucking Price. My magical Shakespeare fairy.
Pretty romantic.
But once we find her, how do I talk to her? What do I say?
After my dad died, I was worried I wouldn't know how to talk to him anymore. But somehow, when we speak, I always know what to say.
When you speak?
In my dreams, he's there. And it's so real. It's almost like it's another part of my life. It used to be the only part that mattered. I've never told anyone about that. Weird, huh? Rachel?
I was just thinking. Maybe I was wrong before. Who cares if the stars are dead? As long as we can still see them, that means they're real. To us. Right?
Right.
Yep, science fact. The stars that we see are actually in fact dead, and it takes millions of years for them to travel to where we can see them. So, kind of pessimistic, but I think it's a conscious decision to see that in a more optimistic light, you know, because even if they are dead, they're still beautiful, even after so long they've passed. Oh, this is awkward.
Dad?
Hello.
I think we're stuck. Hey, maybe you should let me drive. You always do it wrong.
That was one time. When are you going to let it go?
Remember when we used to work on cars together? Those are some of my favorite memories.
Don't you mean my memories? I don't think you remember after you're dead.
Touché. All right, you win. Why don't you go take a look?
You sure?
This is
What's
getting,
wrong? Don't you see anything?
very trippy. It's like an existential play.
Fine. It's the spark plug.
No, that's not it.
I just had that replaced.
Isn't improv supposed to be all about yes and?
Yes, and what?
Dad, stop. None of this is real. You're not real. Rachel's family isn't real. This whole thing, it's all just theater.
Well, you know what William Shakespeare said.
I don't know if he's ever said sound and fury. Maybe he did.
Something about the whole world being a stage, so might as well act the fuck out of it.
Nailed it.
But I don't want to be an actor. I just want to be myself.
Oh, shut up.
Give me a break.
Well, maybe there's a reason we pretend. Maybe the lies we tell each other are less horrible than the truths we keep hidden.
Wow. That's pretty dark, Dad.
Where do you think you get it from? There's my cue.
Dad?
Relax, sweetie. It's all pretend, right?
Right.
Just a bit of stage magic. Floodlights, sound effects. Chloe, look at me. Look at me, sweetheart. It's going to be okay.
Dad!
Holy shit. Oh my god, there's blood too? Oh no. Oh, shut up. Alright, so we're into the next day.
Okay. I saw Sarah leaving Frank's RV. He might know how to find her.
So I guess we just
He might
spend the
also
night
be
with
totally
Rachel.
pissed about Damon's money. I've got to get this exactly right. I can do this.
That's right, we messed up on that.
Oh, Frank. Eager much?
So we gotta be really careful with this.
I have a question to ask you first. I mean, a favor.
You can't be fucking serious.
I need to find that woman from yesterday. Sarah. Frank?
What the hell for?
Yeah, silence.
Something important. Can you help? I would really appreciate it. I'm your favorite client, remember?
I'll be in the junkyard in 2 hours.
Sweet. Thanks, man. You're a real... That went well, I guess. What am I getting myself into?
Thank you for being there for me last night. I'm feeling a lot better. Guess what? I'm a good kisser? Okay, that. Also, we're meeting Frank at the junkyard in 2 hours. I think he can get us in touch with Sarah. Holy shit. Yep, I'm still at my house, just showering, then grabbing tools for the truck. So, meet at junkyard? I'll be there. You're amazing, Chloe Price. I'm a good kisser. Alright. Next page. Today's date. Max, when you think about it, it's kind of amazing that anyone ever trusts anybody about anything. Take the stars, for example. We learn all these things about them in school, but no one bothers to tell us the most important fact of all. Some of them are dead. Yet, somehow Rachel trusts me with the most important thing in her world, finding her real mom. She didn't ask me right away. At first, she didn't even want to talk. It was kind of like the junkyard a couple days ago, but this time I didn't freak out on her. I gave her space. Here's something you never learned, Max. When someone you care about is hurting, you do anything you can to be there for her, even if that means making the stars shine in her bedroom. That's how I got Rachel to open up and ask me about finding her mom. I think my confidence surprised her, but if Rachel wants to find her mom, then I'm making it happen. Chloe, Conjurer of Stars. Before you can see the light, you have to deal with the darkness. So many of these are addressed to Max. Wait. They are all addressed to Max. Like, I didn't make that connection until now. Huh. Alright, well, this looks like a good place to take a break, so we're gonna end it here, and I'll see you in the next episode of Life is Strange Before the Storm. Until then. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like and a comment, and if you want to stay up to date with future content, please subscribe and click the little bell icon to receive notifications of new uploads.